clearly you guys had hoped to be playing for a championship this week and all that, but just what's the tone of this team going in this game, and obviously a rivalry game and in the regular season?
We're just trying to get the next win. It's a rivalry game, but of course it's the next win. It's the next game, and that's where we'll approach it like any other game.
Still, I mean, for a lot of seniors, last home game, you know, I guess, what's the focus like in terms of trying to go out the right way in the last home game?
I mean, yeah, of course we want to send the seniors off with a big win. And Coach B says every year he wants to give the seniors the best season they can. So, I mean, if that's getting this next win, that's how we can do it. And of course, we want to send them off.
Well, last year is last year, but still, how often have you thought of that 61-58 game simply because of so many implications from that? What it meant for you last year in the playoffs, kept you out of the playoffs, everything else, you pride yourself on defense, they made the big comeback. Have you found yourself thinking about that occasionally?
Not anymore. I know. There's nothing we can change. I really forgot the score until you brought it up. But, you know, that's last year.
So it does seem like it's been a long time, because I mean, y'all played, I guess this is maybe y'all's 19th or 20th game since then.
Oh yeah, it seems like forever ago, to be honest with you.
Can you talk about the challenges their offense brings to you guys on defense?
They're a really explosive group. They do like the up-tempo better than anyone we've ever seen. They've got 4 seniors on the line, so that's a big challenge for us. And of course, we have 4 seniors on the D-line, so it'll be a great matchup up front. And then, of course, defense, they have some playmakers. Of course, shot open, and then you know they have Corey Coleman, Katie Cannon. So, you know, they have some playmakers, and then of course Jerry Stedman, he's been playing really good, and Shock Linwood, you know, he's just a playmaker.
How aware do you have to be of Coleman, because we use him on the short screens, he'll go deep, they also put him in the backfield. How aware do you have to be of where he is on?
I mean, he's a playmaker, so you got to know where he's at all the time. And I know Coach B and the coach staff, they got some worked up for him to give him a hard time the other night.
Like I said, Stenham's been playing well, but clearly he got hurt. What do you know about Chris Johnson? Did you have a chance to watch film yet? And what do you think of it? He's a little bit different than their other 2 guys.
He's a runner, so you know that's respect. But of course, you know he's not afraid to throw the ball downfield. Of course, when you have KK, Corey Coleman, no one should be able to. But you know, their thing is just like us, next man up. So
When you only have like one half film on a quarterback, I mean, he really hadn't taken a step in the game until September of last season, until he got in against Oklahoma State. Does that make it harder for a defense?
yes, to some extent, but you know you just got to work with what you got.
I mean, were you surprised? I mean, this is a guy who's playing receivers the last 2 months, and he comes in there, and what were your impressions of him from what you've seen?
I mean, he can throw the deep ball pretty well, so that's all they need.
Last time you guys lost at home was to Baylor in 2013. How much pride do you guys have in protecting the Carter?
We have a saying PTC, and that's protect the Carter, so we take it very seriously here. And that's just one thing we don't like to do. We don't like losing the Carter.
Josh, I know the focus is on this week, this game. But one thing Coach Patterson has said the last couple of days is the fact that while the games haven't gone the way you wanted them to those last couple of weeks, there's been signs of what the future holds with some of the guys that have had to step up, some of the guys that have had to have their roles increased. What does it do for you guys looking ahead when you know that there's guys that next man up, but they're having to be up quicker than expected?
It just gives you hope that you know next year that they know what this feels like. They know what this loss feels like. They know what it feels like to play in a big game. You know, you saw Allie go in there and you had to play against Oklahoma. No freshman is expecting to go in on the road and play in front of 85,000 coming straight out of high school. So now that he knows that, and he knows what it feels like to play in front of 85,000, you know, next time we put him in a situation like that, he won't react the same way he did. He knows what it feels like. He'll be able to play faster, and you know, it'll just be easy like that to him.
Injuries are obviously part of the game, but you guys have had way more than your share. I mean, even, you know, Coach B has acknowledged that he's never quite seen anything like it. You would all say, hey, if we'd only had just a little less injuries, a few more veteran guys out there, maybe things would be a little different right now.
I mean, yeah, you can, but woulda, shoulda, coulda. That's really what it comes down to. course, we would have loved to have Trayvon and Josh out there, but of course we couldn't, so we had to work with what we got.
Well, what does it say that even without those guys, you were able to take Oklahoma right up to the finish there and had a chance to win?
I mean, that's just what we do at TCU. Next man up, so it doesn't matter.
Does that give you a little bit of confidence going into Baylor?
Yeah, it gives everyone a great confidence boost. You know that we were able to go out there without our two best players and losing them by one. You know, even though it's a loss, that still is a huge confidence boost for the whole team.
Well, whether it's Oklahoma, or in this case it'd be Baylor, as much as you want to win, is it also fun to play the role of spoiler?
Yeah, that's what we've been doing since we got in the Big 12 is just playing spoiler and beat teams that nobody expected us to be. I know no one expected us to beat Oklahoma last year when we were 25th and they were 4th.
Josh, speaking of confidence, I mean, those watching the game last week that might not have known who Josh Carraway was saw you get 2.5 sacks. How much confidence does that give you moving ahead to Baylor this week as an individual?
I mean, it gives you confidence, but that's not what I worry about. I don't really care about stats. I just worry about that win.
Talk about Shock Linwood a little bit and the challenge he presents this week.
I mean, he's a hard runner. And he works well with the way their offense comes. You know, the play option, I mean, the run option read, all that stuff just really keeps the linebackers and the D-lines on their toes. So when you see it all, he hits it, and he hits it well.
You and the whole defensive line were able to really get pressure last week. What worked well for you? What do you guys have to keep doing this week to kind of keep that up?
I mean, we just had to keep the line on their toes and keep the quarterback contained because I know he's going to try to run if he doesn't see his first option. So I think that's what we tried to do against Oklahoma is keep him contained. And of course, we have to do a better job of wrapping up. I think we do that. We'll have a really good chance.
Not only do you have Shock Linwood, but you got Devin Chafin too. Talk a little bit about the comparisons.
Yeah, I think he's a little bit bigger back, so he's a little bit taller, and I think he runs well too. You see him more down in like the red zone. He likes to put his head down and really get those extra yards.
Previously, these games were played earlier during the season. Do you like it being like this time during Thanksgiving? Does that mean a lot for you?
I don't really care. The Big 12 sets the schedule, so I just go by.
The reason why I ask that because being around Thanksgiving, you get a chance to bond with your teammates, and especially during this time of year.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, I've been doing it every year, so it's nothing new. And of course, I miss Thanksgiving food, but I think my family saved way played. So.
Do 2 more questions.
Just out of curiosity, I mean, you guys aren't the only team that's banged up here. I mean, pretty much all the contenders are nursing a bunch of injuries. And we've seen this around the country too. Does it seem like things have been more physical this year, or can you put your finger on any reason why we're seeing all these injuries?
I have no idea. I have no idea why everyone is. I really think everyone else is banged up like us. But,
Well, not quite like you, but still, I mean, Baylor's got a long injury list